Welcome back to Masters League 25, workout 1. We'll start with the workout first. It is a biome of 1,000 meter row, then 3 rounds of 15 shoulders overhead at 50 kilo and 15 toes to bar. Now, a couple things. I am using 52 kilos because I don't have bumper plates, 15 kilo bumper plates. I've only got 15 kilo steel plates, so I had to go a little bit heavier, which is okay, which is fine. I'll take that. Also, as you can see, I'm doing this in my home gym. I hadn't done toes to bar on this rig before. I have done butterfly pull-ups and it was very different, a lot of movement. I obviously did test a couple of toes to bar and it wasn't too bad, so that was just something a little bit different that I had to take into account as well. Now, before I get into my strategy and pacing for the row and stuff like that, this is my first year doing the Masters League and what will be the Open in 2 years where I'm not actually injured. So that's very exciting for me. The last 2 years I've had pretty significant injuries. 2 or 3? It's 3 actually. But having said that though, due to my injuries, I'm in a rebuild phase of strength and conditioning, so yeah, just something else I got to deal with. So coming into this well undone and not at my absolute peak, but we're looking to get to that this year. Now, for the actual workout, my strategy, starting with the row, I was looking to keep the row at a nice consistent pace, between 155 and 2 minutes per 500, which is pretty cruisy. Wasn't looking to try and break any world records because I knew that it would definitely affect me in those 3 rounds. So I took it a little bit slower than I probably would have if I was trying to go for a super fast time. Now the row is a separate score as well, so obviously I was aware of that, but still decided to go with that pacing. Then for the 3 rounds, my strategy was to break it up from the start. So doing with the 15 shoulders overhead, 2 sets, 8 and 7, and with the toes to bar, 3 sets of 5. Now there's a number of different reasons why I decided to do 3 sets of 5. The first and main one is I haven't been doing any tipping work whatsoever for the past at least a year. It's all been strict, so that was the first main reason. And then the second reason was the rig does move a little bit, which is something I'm not used to, so I decided to keep the reps nice and low. So here we are, first round. Again, breaking it up from the start. Now, in competition, the 2 things that will slow you down, or that you got to keep an eye on or be mindful of, is your transition between all the exercises and your rest periods. Those 2 things, if they start getting away from you, will just add a significant amount of time. So I was mindful of that, I knew that, I understood that, but just because of where I'm at with my training at the moment, couldn't really push it too much. My goal for this was simply just to finish it. I wasn't looking to try and get a particular time, just finish it, and I was pretty happy. I would have been pretty happy with that. So again, 2 sets, 8 and 7. Grabbing some chalk there. Hands are definitely not used to the kipping portion of it. So the idea with the 3 sets of 5 is to keep the rest short. I did manage to do an okay job at that, but not a fantastic job. So you'll be able to, well, you might be able to see it, I'm not sure. And it doesn't, so it wasn't necessarily the side to side movement, it was the forward and back movement with the rig that was somewhat off-putting. Obviously with the rigs at the CrossFit gyms, they are pretty sturdy, so definitely wasn't used to the movement with the toaster bar. And having said that though, it wasn't super bad, but it was definitely noticeable when you're not used to it. On top of not having done toaster bar for about a year, it definitely throws you off a bit. With the shoulders overhead, I definitely would have been like to have gone a little bit faster on the reps. Not necessarily overall sets, just a little bit more efficient, I guess, for the shoulders overhead. I did push jerks the whole way because they're just more efficient than a push press for me. The shoulders overhead is definitely something that is a weak point of mine normally, and then so with a higher heart rate makes a difference as well. But managed to stick with the 2 sets on the second set as well. The rest wasn't too bad in between. I think it was about 15 seconds, or maybe a little bit longer. I didn't quite catch it, but it wasn't too bad. On this second set, the transitions really slowed down, so if I was to do this workout again, that's what I would focus on. Now with the chalk, again, that's just an excuse for rest. So that was about, 35 seconds, 25 seconds of time between the, I think it was a little bit less than that actually, but a significant amount of time. So all I'm doing in between these sets is telling myself to get back up, save that time, give yourself a chance to, for me, to finish the workout. And that's all I was trying to do for this one. Didn't have a time in mind that I wanted to hit, because I'm not at that point, so. The other thing to mention as well is a couple weeks ago I hurt my toe and foot. I thought it was broken, but it's not. So every time I touched the bar with the toe, it wasn't all that fun, that's for sure. How many rounds is this? I don't know what round I'm in. This must be the, yeah, this is the third set, or third round. So what I find with my push jerks, my locking out the knees is quite slow. So getting the bar overhead is what I would say a normal pace, but then to finish out the movement by locking out the knees seems a bit slow. So it's something I got to work on in general. Let's see if we can see it here. So the bars are locked out overhead, and then that extra half a second to lock out the knees. Just got to tidy that up a little bit, I reckon. Oh, the other thing to mention as well is I'm doing this at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I can't dump the barbell because my family is still sleeping. So I have to control it on each set, which does, take a little bit out of you and take up a little extra time, but nothing significant. I wouldn't have made too much difference in the end, but just something to take note of. And you'll notice as well that because there's space, but my equipment is quite close together as well, which helps with transition time. So that was the second set. So this is the part where I rest the longest out of the whole workout, I think. And that was just more of a mental thing. So on this last set I do 3 and 2, so it's the only time that I sort of deviate from the plan, but overall I was quite happy. Got it done, finished it, which was my goal in the end. Not a competition wise, it's not a very good effort, but I'm happy to get it done considering where I'm at, and we'll look forward to the next workout. Till then.